Alright, hello and welcome back. It's time to do another character performance test between S. Lucia Alpha and S. Lucia Raven. I haven't done one of these in a while, so excited to see how the two characters will perform. Have been using both since both of them were actually released, so did have them for a while. And of course, these tests are purely for fun, just to see what these characters can do. I still stand by the fact that in this game you don't have bad characters, all characters are useful in one way or another. And in my case here, I've been using Alpha for almost 2 years now. I am well trained in using that character, and she's also built pretty well. Now, the design of the character is still pretty good. I did get this skin for this character because it looks just very good. Of course, you have the default skins that are also designed pretty nicely. If you don't like these, you have the ones at the bottom, which are also very good. People's favorite, this one, and I can see why it is also looking quite nicely. You can buy them, I think, and of course this one is also people's favorite. I mean, it's obvious to see why. It's a very nice outfit that was released on the last summer. But I prefer this one because it just looks very good for me. Alright, now this character is entirely physical damage. A attacker type or assault type will use the recommended gear that the game gave us. We'll try to stick to that combination. This character is excellent at killing bosses, excellent for 1v1, has very good damage, very good burst, but she is very fragile. She can die very easily, so you have to be careful what you do, or just have a healer in your team. So this character is good against bosses, but it's not that good against multiple enemies that will be shown later. Now the second character, Raven, also has a very nice design. One of the most important characters and one of the most favorite characters in the game. Has also a very interesting design, and also you have a couple costumes to choose from. Now, back when this character was released, this here was the best outfit in the game. People went very crazy about it, and a lot of them did get it. When this outfit is out on global, I am most likely getting both. This one is also pretty fresh, released in the last summer event, which was pretty good, and this costume also looks pretty good. As for this character's stats, 20% physical, 80% ice elemental damage, very good damage, very good burst, and a very good area of effect attack. Now, this character is going to be very good against multiple enemies, also very good against bosses. So they're quite similar on paper, although they are different in the damage type that they do. This character is physical and elemental, while Alpha is mostly 100% physical. As for the equipment, I'll also try to stick to the recommended gear that the game has for us. And well, the level of these characters are maxed out. This character is S class, while Alpha, I believe, is double S class, so that there's going to be some little differences. Also, the combat power between these two characters is different. Keep in mind, I have the main weapon for Alpha, so that does help out quite a bit, and of course we'll include that difference in this test. Like I've mentioned before, there is no best character in the game. All characters are good, all characters are useful, and all characters are awesome. So it depends just which one you prefer to use more. Alright, well, enough of me talking around. It's time to jump in the tests. Now I'll be fighting some bosses. We'll be attempting to do some very difficult stages with these two characters. We'll have two support characters, only healers, that will be only used to restore the character health. No buffs, no physical, no elemental buff, so I'll try to keep that to a minimum to make this fair for both of these two characters. Alright, first boss we have Rosetta. Now this boss is one of my personal favorites. This is, I think, the second difficulty Rosetta, the one with 6.5k combat power. Now here you can see that Alpha lost almost all of her health very quickly. That's why I say that this character is very easy to die, so we have to be careful. Always have healers at your side, or you have to get used to the evasions. And that makes this character pretty balanced, because can do a lot of damage, can do a ridiculous amount of damage, but she can also die in 1 or 2 hits, so you have to be very careful about that. As for the other aspects of this character, well, she's been out for almost 2 years now, and to this day, no nerfs, no buffs. This character performs the same as she did back in 2019 when she was released for the first time. Very interesting, and something that I personally approve of. Okay, Rosetta at 16, already 1 minute and 25 seconds into the fight. I'll be switching from Alpha to the other characters in case I lose all my evasions and the cooldown needs to go up, or if I have to heal the character, which I did. Okay, health is now maxed out. Rosetta almost going down. Rosetta is mostly I think a boss that is vulnerable against physical damage, so that's why she went down this fast. 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the fight. Now she's doing the thing with the lightning strikes. I forgot about that. Haven't been that active lately, but that will change. Okay, 4 bars left, 2 minutes and 30 seconds almost into the fight. 3, 2, and 1. Well, 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Not bad. I used to clear this way faster back a couple months ago. I have to train a little bit more, I guess. Alright, let's take Raven with the same team and let's see what will happen. Let's see how quick will she clear this. Now, one thing that I like about Raven, she is a little bit more tanky than Alpha. She can take some hits without worrying about the HP over there, so she's definitely tankier. She can take more damage. And in a lot of cases I actually prefer Raven over Alpha. Her area of effect attacks are just very strong and very good at clearing multiple enemies at once. Something Alpha struggled with, but Raven doesn't have any problems with that. Okay, 50 seconds into this fight at 23 bars. You can definitely see the difference between the combat power of these two characters. Alpha, that is a little bit more developed, has a little bit more damage, but Raven is pretty close to the score of Alpha so far, with a little bit less combat power. And of course, keep in mind this boss is mostly vulnerable against physical damage, so physical DPS characters are going to be doing more damage to Rosetta than elementals. But in this case, as you can see, it is almost neck to neck, despite that big difference in combat power. That's why I like That's why I like both of these characters. They both have something unique for them. Right. I took way less damage in Raven than with Alpha. Interesting. Very interesting. So, technically speaking, if this character was on the same combat power level as my Alpha here, then they would be very close. There is a chance that Raven would be actually getting better scores than Alpha, which is very interesting. I remember back when the character was very new, how she literally crashed the game for a day. That's how people were excited for this character. Okay, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the fight, 11 bars left. Getting to the finish line very soon though. She does a lot more damage when you. Alright, sorry for the weird cut. Rosetta at 7 bars left. I am at 3 minutes in the fight. So it's really a very small difference. If they were at the same combat power, then I'm pretty sure Raven would have already killed the boss. So she's actually doing a lot more damage with the ultimate when you switch her in from another character. So that's also one aspect where I could have finished the boss a little bit earlier, but that's fine. Okay, couple more hits. Nice. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Well, not bad. That's actually pretty good. Okay. So here you can see the difference between a physical and elemental character against a boss that prefers physical damage or a boss that is weaker against physical damage. Okay, well, how about a boss that is vulnerable against both? The Nightmare Ball. And my personal favorite boss in the game. Still have to beat the Nightmare Ball on global. We'll have to do that very soon. Okay, I've started with Raven. The ball already in 21 health bar left. As you can see, Raven did a lot of damage to that ball in a very short amount of time. This is the second highest difficulty for the Nightmare Ball. I prefer that difficulty because everything seems to be balanced out at that, so I can perfectly test all characters that I want. Now I just have to survive all of this. Okay, there we go. Time to unleash more damage on the Nightmare Ball. Okay, the ultimate will be ready in couple moments. Okay, we are at 14 bars left. 1 minute and 57 seconds in the fight, almost a 2-minute fight. Okay, we are slowly finishing with the Nightmare Ball at 8 bars left. Oh, I missed the evasion there. I lost a couple seconds. Okay, 5 bars left, 2 minutes and 24 seconds. That ultimate should finish it, and there we go. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Well, that was pretty good. That was actually a very nice score. Surprisingly, that's a little bit less time than it takes me on average to kill this boss with Alpha. So let's see how Alpha will perform against the Nightmare Ball. Keep in mind, Raven can take more damage than Alpha. Alpha is very fragile, so she can die very easily. But Alpha is a little bit more developed in my case here, so she will be doing a little bit more damage than Raven, just because of those little differences in rank and the weapon. The rest is almost the same. Okay, the Nightmare Ball is at 21 health bar left. So let's survive all of these lasers now. These lasers are what kills me in 90% of cases while fighting the Nightmare Ball. Having two healers does help a lot, because you can actively heal all of your characters with these two. Okay, the ball has returned, so let's attack. And the ball has left. How convenient. Okay, let's use the ultimate. 1 minute and 15 seconds in the battle. The ball is at 14 bars left. Now I have to dodge all of these lasers again, and after that we'll have to finish with the Nightmare Ball. So far I think Raven is leading for the Nightmare Ball. We will see what will happen, of course, when the ball returns. Two minutes. The ball is at 10 bars left. You know, for some reason, Raven did perform a lot better against the Nightmare Ball. At least I think I played better with Raven, because currently I'm a little bit struggling here, but the ball should go down very soon. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, that's a very close score. The two characters performed very similarly against the Nightmare Ball. Again, the main difference here is the weapon and the rank. Well, that was a very interesting result there. As you can see, both the characters are neck neck, very close, and performing very similarly. Now, this is another testing stage with a level 80 recommendation. Now here you are going to see how both of these characters will perform against multiple enemies, and of course this is a stage where Raven should lead, because she has good area of attacks, specifically the ultimate, while Alpha is only good against a single enemy without any other support unit. Of course, you can use other characters that can group enemies at a single point and then use the sword blades and the ultimate on Alpha. Then she can do good against multiple enemies at once. We are at 40-50 seconds in the fight, and the stage has been cleared. That was a lucky finishing move there. I did manage to have enough sword waves for both enemies, so surprisingly it works. Despite her not being good at that job, she still works. Alright, well, let's take Raven and let's proceed towards the next stage. Now here Raven should be dealing with most of these enemies at once because of good area of effect attacks. So let's find out what will happen. So far I've been trying to get good evasions on both characters. I'll be honest, that's kinda difficult sometimes. Okay, 27 seconds in the fight, and one of them is down. The second one is down, and now on to the last one. 40 seconds, and that was a little bit faster than Alpha. This is where Raven is working better against multiple enemies with her area of attack skills and of course ultimate. On to the next stage, another very similar stage to this one. Now the next one can be quite tricky because they do a lot of damage to you if they land a hit. So again, another stage where Raven should lead because of her area of attacks, especially her ultimate that can nuke the enemies in a single hit. Almost 30 seconds in the fight. I am trying to somehow group them to be very close by, but it's not working that well as I've imagined it. So will most likely turn out to be a 1v1 against all of these enemies with Alpha. Okay, I can take out this one with the sword waves, and then I can use the ultimate on the rest. Right, well, my idea kind of worked. I did manage to catch multiple enemies with the ultimate and do damage to most of them. You can technically do area damage with Alpha, but you have to be careful. You have to group them at a single spot, or you have to catch a good angle from which you would use the ultimate. In that case, you can do area damage, just like this. Both of them were actually in the line of fire of the sword waves, and well, that was a nice score. 1 minute and 10 seconds, I believe. So that was not bad. Let's do the same stage with Raven now. Let's see how she will perform here. Now, of course, because Raven can take more hits, she can also I can avoid some evasions and get away with it, but with Alpha I can't do that because I would die, and I'm trying to avoid that. Now Raven has a very long knockout animation. When she gets hit and when she gets thrown on the ground, it takes a second or two for her to get up. On Alpha that is a little bit faster, so I think I just lost 1 or 2 seconds while being knocked down. Keep that in mind, it will affect the score in the end. But overall I think I'm doing good. Let's pop the ultimate. 42 seconds in the fight. I am trying to get the ultimate to work again. 50 seconds in the fight. Now I got cornered here, and this is where I made a big mistake. That will lose me at least 20 seconds. That mistake was very costly. I got almost killed there, so I had to pull her back in, and unfortunately that will cost me a lot of seconds. So she had the ultimate already prepared. 1 minute and 20 seconds. This should be the last enemy. Well, yeah, oh, okay, well not. 3 of them left. If that was Alpha, by the way, she would have been dead because she just cannot survive those hits. 1 minute and 40 seconds. And the ultimate should knock the last one out. Well, almost did. And there we go. So I lost maybe 30 seconds there with Raven because I got cornered in that literal corner, so I had to pull her back in. If I didn't lose these seconds, then the score would have been around the same. If not, it would be a little bit better for Raven. Well then, let's jump on Warzone, my favorite mode in this game. So This is the lighting zone. It should be neutral towards both characters, should not prefer physical or ice damage, so we will see how both of them will perform here. In this case, it would be I think it should be a mixed score, because there are stages or ways where a area of effect DPS character will work, and of course you have stages where alpha will work better. So we will see how that will go. Again, keep in mind my alpha is a little bit more developed than my Raven, but despite that gap, Raven is still very close and actually beating alpha in some aspects, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, 1 minute left. Wave number 5. So far, I'm doing good. I'm very skilled with alpha. I've been playing this character for like 2 years, so don't be surprised if you see me doing some weird moves. Sometimes, when I get a little bit more serious with the game, I start to do some weird moves that when I replay and when I watch, I'm just confused how I did it. So I'm sometimes confused by my own gameplay here. It happens. That's what happens when I get in the zone, which does happen quite often on global now. 15 seconds left, 1060 combo. That's not bad. My maximum combo was 5600, something like that. It was a long time ago. Okay, and time running out. Well, let's take a look at that score. Should be, my guess would be 190,000, around that number. And it is around the number that I thought. Excellent. Now let's replay the same stage with Raven. I'm very curious to see how will she perform in this. Sadly, currently we don't have, well, it's not physical and ice zone. This character is amazing in the ice war zone. She can do a lot of damage, and you can reach very high tier waves. Same can be said with physical and alpha. Alpha is just amazing for the physical war zone. Although you have to choose from a couple of characters, Raven is the best ice elemental damage character for the ice war zone, while alpha does have some other characters that can technically replace her. If you don't have alpha, you can actually use other physical DPS characters to clear the physical war zone, and you can still get very good scores even with them. Okay, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Got the ultimate ready. We'll use the ultimate on the next wave. Should clear most of them in one strike. Okay, nice. Let's build up the ultimate again, and we'll repeat the same process. 50 seconds left. I expect around 165,000 points with Raven on this map. With the current combat power and with the current equipment. Let's pop the ultimate. Nice. Wave number 6. 30 seconds left. Okay, we'll have the ultimate ready for the next wave. I really hope that will be the case. Oh no, I got hit and I got knocked down. I lost 2 seconds. Ultimate. Almost clearing this wave. Almost clearing the 7th wave. That was very close. That was very close actually. Almost cleared this wave. The difference is so minimal. It's very interesting. And well, I got right. I got the right score again. Right, well, that's the expected difference. As you can see, very little difference. Okay, let's jump on the next Warzone map. This is the Dark Elemental Damage Warzone. Starting with Alpha first, and then we'll continue with Raven. Okay, The first wave is cleared. Let's jump on the next wave. Oh, here I believe on this war zone the scores should be closer because of the enemies and because of how the layout of the map works. In the end, everything is very situational. Although I have to say, I am very impressed by the force of Raven with that combat power and with that weapon. It is way closer than I had expected it to be, and that is very impressive. That was a very weird evasion, but okay, I'll take it. I have no idea how, but that sometimes, like I said, sometimes it happens. Okay, 52 seconds left. I lost count for the waves. I think this is wave 4. Yeah, this should be wave 4. I'm about to find out if I'm wrong. Well, I was wrong. That was wave 5. This is wave number 6. Okay, cleared most of them in that one ultimate. That's the moment where her ultimate can catch a wide area of enemies. You have to be very careful and you have to aim to get a good angle. You don't have to worry about that with Raven. You can just pop the ultimate with Raven without worrying about where the enemies are. She can just hit all of them in one ultimate without a problem. Okay, 5 seconds left. Well, that was not bad. I think I could have played this a little bit better, but it's fine. It was still pretty good. Let's take a look at the final score. 175,000, not bad. Alright, let's take the same stage with the Raven. Now, I'm saying the difference between the scores should be less than 10,000. It should be less than 10,000. So let's find that out. Okay, let's jump in. First wave. Let's clear them. I need to build up that ultimate as quickly as I can. There we go. She has a two-part ultimate. First, in the first part you switch to ice elemental damage, and the second part you use the ultimate and then you switch back to physical damage. Something like that. Okay, wave number 3, ultimate. Should have killed both of them at the same time. Well, it almost killed both of them at the same time. Maybe should have switched to another character and then switch back to Raven and then use the ultimate. Wave number 4. Ultimate is ready, but we'll save it up for the next wave. Wave number 5, so let's use the ultimate. Nice, that was a big hit. That was a big hit there. Cleared everything in a single hit. Currently, she's a little bit ahead of Alpha, which is very surprising. But roughly the same. Well, I might actually reach wave number 8 here. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Ultimate ready. I got knocked down. I lost again 2-3 seconds there. Ultimate used up. Okay, 16 seconds left. Let's go to the next wave. Wave number 7. I got knocked down again. I got knocked down twice in a row. Well, yeah, I messed up there in the end. I definitely messed up there in the end. Could have gotten at least 5,000 more points on that stage. And again, difference is very, very small. Well then, that was a very interesting little test. It's been a while since I've done one of these. We'll do more of them, of course. It's fun. And with that being said, hope that you enjoyed. Again, both characters are amazing, and you should, if you can, you should get both of them. They are very fun, very strong. And well, hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.